Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Sorry I haven't posted in a while. Today I'm doing a collaboration with Black Bear Forge. We are here in his shop, obviously, and we are going to be making the hammer that I will probably be using to make everything else, or at least a good majority of it. So welcome to the channel.
Glad to have you here.
Yep.
Okay, so there's a sledgehammer behind you. Have you ever struck before?
I have not.
So one of the most accurate ways to do this is to kind of pivot with this hand is more of a guide back here.
Okay.
So you're working all off your right hip, and most of your power then comes from your right hand. And then you can get nice straight up and down on the punch.
Okay.
Whereas if you're trying something like this, you really have to be accurate. So we're going to punch this. I've pre-drilled the holes, and that will make life a little bit easier.
All right, ready?
Yep. You don't have to kill it, just...
Ready?
Yep, go ahead. Get the punch stuck nicely.
Yay, stuck.
We'll use a little bit of Quick and Dirty Tool Works punch lube. We're also going to turn this around every couple of blows.
Ready?
Yep. That punch really does want to stick. Okay. Generally, it's not that big of a problem.
Was that the weird end? Yeah, it was.
Yeah. I think this punch could stand to be polished. It's been sitting around for a while, got kind of a rusty surface, and grabs the material. Okay.
Toasting my right arm.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Whoops.
Oop. Got it.
It's pretty good. Set the mat on fire.
Yeah, we'll heat that up again. It won't take long to get through. I think I'm gonna...
All right. Ready?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that helps.
Ready?
Huh? I took time to grind a little bit of the burr off the end of the punch. Go ahead.
Ready?
And that's going to help quite a bit. Okay. Okay.
Hey, it's coming out so much easier now.
Now every time I punch a hole, somebody will say, put coal dust in there. And because I pre-drill the holes to provide a guide, the coal dust doesn't really work the same. Coal dust relies on a little back pressure from the gas from the burning coal.
That's good to know.
So
I did not know that's why coal dust works that way.
So that's doesn't really work so well done this way. Yeah, polishing that punch really made a difference.
Yeah, it did.
Let's get it hot again, and then I'll let you drive, and I'll swing.
All right. And of course I have to drop some
And I put a little of the punch lube on it.
Go. Go.
Yep, there's the slug.
Yep.
Right there's our little...
Come on.
There we go.
Try not to curse on your channel.
Yeah. I try to keep it clean. Yep.
All right, what do you think?
I think that's a good. I think let's get it hot again, and we'll use this to start opening that up a little bit more, because we can get that in just a little further. Then we'll find a drift that fits.
Yeah, drift that fits. so we're gonna drift the hole, and we're drifting it to fit this handle, standard store-bought Ace hardware handle. It's an engineer's handle, so that's the reason why we choose the colors and the sizes that we did. All right.
Ooh.
Yeah, you might use the knot paint.
Yep. What happens when you're not paying attention? Put the punch right next to the head. Okay. I want to make sure we're not going to get down to the anvil.
Other side.
You can quench that in the water, I think. When it starts glowing red hot, depending on the steel, H13 or S7, you may not want to do that, but that's such an old tool, so I'm assuming it's neither of those two.
All right, go ahead. Okay. We're going to do 4.
I don't know what we're going to do. Turn it up on the edge. Look at the tongs. Let's see if this fits.
Done.
Okay, now we can. Next heat, we'll go to that.
All right. So I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about something that I noticed. I don't know if you watched me, but using this hammer, it's kind of interesting. It has its own angle. And according to John, it has that angle because he's been using it so long that it's developed that just by how he swings. So I thought
that's an indicator of the fact that my swing isn't perfect.
No, it's an indicator of the fact that your swing is consistent, which kind of makes it perfect.
But I'm going to go to a bigger hammer anyways. I won't swing this 4-pounder very much, but...
You want to strike it.
I do want to get through there. Problem with these short drifts, they just don't work with a striker very well. But now we're through far enough that this comes off nice and easy.
Yay. You can feel the impact on the ground. Every time you hit that, you can feel the entire ground vibrate. You can't see that in the camera.
Well, I hope not.
But it is kind of actually really, really cool to feel that thud every single time. And you wonder that he can... Makes this look easy, folks. Makes it look easy.
Sometimes you just gotta be adamant with it.
That is the I am not asking hammer. Ow.
Sorry.
That's alright.
That eye's getting much
closer. Wear a long
closer.
sleeve shirt in the shop, but it's too hot.
Yeah, I always think I should wear long sleeves. So that drift doesn't quite fit. We want to keep going. I could get that one to go in there, but I think we'll keep working with this one. Right. We'll keep going until we get to about there.
Okay.
But pretty soon we can start forging the cheeks. And that makes the eye draw out. By drawing out the outside, it stretches the eye on the inside.
Yeah. You're not trying to force all of that stuff to move.
Yeah. Drifting is not just a stretching process.
Nope. Do you want to take it out from the other side?
Yeah. You want to alternate a little bit.
Huh.
Comes out real easy. Once you get to the point that you can actually drive those cheeks down on top of it,
Yeah, it's like,
it breaks it loose.
it took one hit. I'm like, oh, huh.
Which means you also have to worry about it if you're counting on that drift to be a handle.
Yeah.
It's easy to drop it.
Back to heat.
Yeah.
Let's try this again.
Uh-oh. You have to step on the top of the bar now.
All right, now I need to split the difference. That's my hammer. That's not gonna help.
There you go.
All right, I have no idea what I'm doing at this moment in time.
So starting about in the middle, try and get the top and the bottom lined up.
Best I can.
Best you can. You might want to flip it every now and then, both to see where you're going and because these aren't quite the same radius tools. And then we're going to want to start moving out towards the edges, but you might want to get it hot again. And you'll only want to move it towards the fat side of the drift.
Okay.
Otherwise, we're just collapsing the eye. So the next time you put the drift in from the other side.
Alright, forge scale. Yet another reason to wear long sleeves.
Yep. Especially when it's sweaty out. It sticks.
Sizzles. On the sweat. Hooray. Oh. Tight.
We'll get it hot again.
Nice dodge. And 3 pounds, slightly bigger than 2 pounds, but not quite 3 pounds. Right. Okay. Okay.
A lot of this stuff that is so much easier when you have somebody else to work with.
Yep. Yep. And I have someone I'm teaching, which is my intention to do my first hammer. Him. Alright.
Suppose if I keep making hammers, I'll have to make a matched top and bottom swedge for the purpose.
Actually, let's switch it around. No, let's fuller this one, then switch it around.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. There we go. Don't grab it with your fingers.
No, don't grab it with your fingers. Like that fuller might be getting kind of hot too.
Yeah, just right grab the edges. Not the actual fuller itself.
Probably gonna need to
Heat that.
heat that back up. It looks like it's got a nice straight even eye though, so that's the big thing.
Yeah, I'm actually going to use this time to actually eyeball it a little bit.
That pair of tongs fits it pretty good now.
It actually does. Yeah, it's got a straight right down the center. The first time with the press, I didn't mess it up too bad.
No. No, because press will mess it up fast.
Yeah. Why do we have the big hammer?
That's what I'm going to drift with.
Oh, okay.
Straight down.
That is not straight down.
That's okay. That helps make sure the edges of the eye are behaving as well. But I think we're still quite a ways from fitting your handle. Let's see if we can burn the tape on there. Yeah, not terrible. It wouldn't be too hard to,
Just nothing to
to
take.
trim that. That eye could certainly be bigger for the size of the hammer. So it's just a matter of
Well, if I need to buy a bigger handle, I don't want to break the handle because the hammer is so heavy that...
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. We probably need to keep drifting until that eye is considerably bigger.
I can buy bigger pieces of wood. That's not an issue.
Yeah, well, I think, yeah, we'll make it fit this one. And we don't want to go any further than halfway into the dies and work back this direction. That looks much better. So that changes the eye considerably and should help to stretch it. If we can get it back off. So, I'm going to go from that side.
Alright. Let us do this.
Try and keep it centered so you don't mess up the face ends. And it's okay to run that right up.
Ow, that's hot. That's hot.
Yeah, you might need to switch gloves at some point here.
Yeah.
Give you some of these. You just, yeah.
That was not what I intended.
Here. Okay. But it's okay to run. Let me see the hammer real quick. Just throw that anywhere.
A little fatter on my end than on your end.
Good news is almost nobody will compare the top with the underside.
Yep. So what do you think?
I think we're getting awfully close. I think we ought to do some serious drifting, and then that's pretty much erased any sign that we used a fuller.
Yep.
And that's up to you. If you want to put those back sort of as decorative, or if you would rather leave it like this, it makes no difference to me whatsoever. But,
I'm okay with like this as long
Okay.
as it's straight.
so we should pick which side is going to be the round face and put it in the fire just a little bit more than the other side.
All right, which side's going to get more grinding?
I bet the round one gets more.
And that fat side's the round side.
Okay.
Because this one is thinner than this one.
Yeah.
So this one needs a lot more grinding off.
Okay.
Just to balance the
So
hammer
let's
a little bit.
put it in so that's in the fire, and the eye is about at the edge of the fire, and that way we won't deform the flat face quite as severely. Just there. Just gonna.
Ready?
Yep. Stop. Yeah, that's getting there. Let's get it hot again. That top face is cooling down an awful lot. I think that's within the realm of grinding.
Alrighty. Hammer. Yep, that's burning my gloves. Ooh.
It gets hot.
Let's start in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oop. Probably weren't ready, were you?
Let's go up. we get that hot again, or should I?
Yeah,
shift
no,
gloves?
you
All right.
can get it hot. You can use tongs too.
If they still work. Actually,
Yeah, those pickup tongs are pretty handy for that kind of thing.
and this. Oh, crap.
Yeah, push down on the bottom.
Yeah, well, hold, push down, carry, lift.
Right. There you go.
Alright.
And watch where the eye is, because it's going to be real easy to squish that. Give it a 90-degree turn if you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you don't have to worry so much about the eye.
Oh. Effort not to get out of the tongue. Alright.
Hopefully that just cleans that up a little bit. Just snap that down on the anvil and it'll fall right out.
Yeah. Yeah, it does a little bit. It's really, really hard to futz around with, though.
Yeah.
And this side is now uneven.
Oh.
So you see how this one's deeper than that one, and this is coming off.
Oh, yeah.
So
There may be some judicious use of a grinder to clean some of that up. It's nice if you can get it all forged, because it really looks good if it's forged. But
too cold.
put the other.
Other
Well, are
side.
you done with that side? I mean, if you're not done with it, then.
No, I'm not done with
Okay.
that one. I'm going to do it one more
Okay.
time.
Yeah.
Get out of the way of the camera.
Try to get that.
Wow. That does a nice little job, doesn't it?
Yeah. And it pays to go all the way around 360, because if it's not parallel, you're doing more on one side than the other, and if
yeah,
you
it's
flip it all the way over, sooner or later you
Which is probably
create
part of my problem.
equal stresses.
Yay.
So the problem with the spring fuller can only be parallel once. If it's parallel in this blow, the next blow it's going to be closing a little bit more and pinching.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Or do the
making a
temper.
making a hammer is a big project in a small shop when you first start off.
Yep.
'Cause it's, of course, these are fairly ambitious hammers.
Much prettier than I could do it.
Okay.
Yay.
Yep. Let's drift it. Okay, you see it up or down that you think? For whatever reason you might think there's an up and a down?
I'm thinking this is down.
Okay.
Yep, let's make that down.
Okay, so we'll put it in the fire with that up. We'll put the drift in
For no better reason
that
than
side.
that's what my brain says. Right there.
Okay.
You want to do yours first?
Oh, go ahead. And you'll have to try to put that kind of off the corner of the die, because the heads are going to bow otherwise, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Alright, screw it. It's going to go in the center. Yay!
Okay,
It's done
I think I
twice.
got enough. That's okay. Yeah, that'll show.
That is the first time I've ever treadle hammered my touch mark.
Yay! Just barely warm enough to get away with that. Wow. It is getting hot. We'll drift one more time from the top and then let it cool.
Alrighty. So here it is. The hammer. All made. And it dropped.
Yeah, not the first time it's been on the floor.
Nope. And the cool thing is I don't know if anybody can see it, but there's my touch mark.
And my touch mark. So this is going to be a good 3-pound hammer, I think. We'll have to weigh it after we're all done because it's way too hot to weigh now. And we're going to bring that up to heat one last time, bury it in vermiculite for the afternoon. And after we do some education on how to edit videos, then we'll get this out and send it home with Caitlin, and she's going to grind it, harden it, and temper it at home.
Yes, I am. So I thank you very much. I really
Thank
appreciate
you. It's been fun.
Yeah, it has. I have learned a lot.
That's been about 3 hours to get to this point.
Yep. All right.
Okay,
You guys have fun.
back in the fire.